Today was probably like one of the hardest days I've had as a trader. Not because I lost money, because I didn't lose any money today. It was a small green day, very small, bigger than yesterday, but still very small. Today was one of those days where every stock that was being traded seemed to either have a huge spread or was just super difficult to move, very erratic. We were trading HT or HCTI and AKAN this morning. AKAN was the last one here, and as you can see, it's on the way down right now. But the stock went from 450 all the way up to 920. Absolutely crazy move, but like because it all happened during regular market hours, the halt levels were just like in between halts, you would sometimes have 5 seconds, and like where I wasn't getting in before halts because I've learned my lesson with that. If you guys have seen some of my other trade reviews, um, it was just so hard to convince myself to get in. And obviously, like, had I done it, maybe it would have worked out. Maybe it didn't. But it just kept it like it was just so quick, halt after halt after halt after halt. So I did get one trade in on it at the very end, and also my first stock that I traded was this HCTI. But let me switch over to the table view. I know I know this is a very small win. Believe me, I know $11 is nothing. But I didn't lose money. That's always a good sign. And I wasn't super happy with how I handled AKAN because I did dollar cost average a little bit, which in this case, based off of my buy and sell, worked out because you can see I bought in at 867. It pulled back to just about $8, and then I bought another 50 shares at $8, and then I sold them at 839. So had I just bought at 867 and sold at 839, I would have been down 18 cents a share, which this is all just about learning. These share sizes are small on purpose so that we're not losing too much money. But at the end of the day, that ended up making $6, which to give you an idea of like how quick things were moving, when I click sell on my hotkey, it said I was up like $18, and then when it went through, I was like, oh, nice little win. Like between that and my $5 one, that's $23 or whatever. Like that's a nice place to be. And when I clicked sell, by the time I went in and checked, it said I had only made $6, and I was like, but come on. But that's just the execution speed. I'm using Webull right now. And then the other stock I traded this morning was HCTI. We got in, it was a 9 cent. This was like early on this morning, shortly after the market opened. The pre-market trading was just no good today. But it was like, I shouldn't have made this trade. There's no reason I should have made this trade. The market was just not doing anything, and I was looking for something to trade and kind of convincing myself instead of just waiting for something to blow up, just like AKAN did this morning. But again, AKAN being out, during regular market hours, dealing with halts is just, too risky for me. I've had, many days. If we come in here, I got my two accounts on here, and we jump back a month. We got just like that. Plenty of green days, but these red days was pretty much always stuck in a halt on these big days that just, resumed so much lower. And then, here, the 23rd is when I started trading with Webull. So I had some learning here. This is the beginning of this week. I wish it would just continue showing the rest of the data here into the next month. But, so, yeah, small wins. I mean, $50 is good. $1, that was yesterday. That was fun. But only a single trade. But, 2 wins on Monday, no losses. 1 win yesterday, no losses. And then jumping over to today, 2 trades, 2 wins. So sitting at 100% accuracy for the week. And then it doesn't even show me my week average because it splits this up over the month. So we have 52.50 plus 11, so 63.50 so far this week. We're in the green, which is good. Just this week, focusing on accuracy, A+ quality setups, not trading with emotion, doing what I can to just slow and steady wins the race, right? And these last couple days, especially today being the beginning of Q4, the beginning of the month as well, and with the news of the interest rate cuts, there's a lot going on right now, and it's a very difficult time I'm finding to trade. Headlines that were have been working really good with like the private placements and stuff have not been working as well the last few days, but that can change in an instant. That's it for today's trade review. Quick and easy, $11, 100% accuracy. Still trading with just 50 shares. I did dollar cost average on that one, going up to 100 shares, which I shouldn't have done, but here we are. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for another trade review. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.